Hey guys, Lizardly here for day 13 of Christmas Ornaments, right? Day 13? Yes. So, Santa is when I finished yesterday. Every time I see ho ho ho, I think of that. It's a horrible joke. I think it's hilarious. The first time I heard it, I actually laughed so hard I cried, but it was, I heard it many, many years ago, so I was much more immature back then. So, it's, I'm not gonna say it right, so it's not gonna be as funny, but, what was the first thing the seven dwarves said to Snow White? Hi ho, hi ho. Oh god, it's so bad, it's so bad. And she's not a hoe. But every time I see ho now, I'm like, ho ho ho, I'm like, hi ho, hi ho. Time to work we go. And I have to say, like, the first time I heard it, I didn't see it coming. I was just like, wasn't the first thing they said, like, oh my god, why are you in our house? It's like, I was actually trying to think of what they had said, and it was like, it wasn't Dopey that was the first one to talk to her, was it? Was it Grumpy? Like, I was, like, really getting into it, and the person was like, hi ho, hi ho, and I just lost it. I lost it. I took it in a completely different direction, so I didn't see it coming at all. It was so bad. It was so bad. Oh, okay. So, I'm probably going to do the one with the toys and the teddy bear and the rocking horse. So, hopefully I get to do more than one. And I think, the last time I was asked to come in on a day that I wasn't scheduled for, they updated it, and that was only like 2 hours before I went in. And my work schedule still says I have today off. Oh, no, now it doesn't. Okay, it finally says it. So I will be working 6:30 to 10:30 today. Gah. I don't like working the late shift because I come home and I'm so tired. But money is money, so. All right. So I only finished one cross stitch this time, or well, one pattern this time, and it was the one with the toys and the little rocking chair, the rocking horse, that's what it's called, and the teddy bear. But I did manage to finish 6 ornaments. Sorry. So it wasn't a complete like failure of a day, but I'm gonna be leaving in about an hour to go to work. Don't really have much to talk about. This was extremely hard to do right here because the fabric came out of the frame. So I had to like try to hold it in place because it was not staying. Oh, I hate when that happens. But you know, I fixed it, so it was all good. There was some outlining on here that I thought was extremely weird. Like there's yellow on a blue box, or like yellow ribbon on a blue box for the present, and that yellow outline made sense. It was like a brownish kind of color. But then this outline was used in a single stitch on the horse's tail, a single stitch, okay? Which is extremely weird. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't use the previous color, to the point that I actually didn't notice this until after I finished. My horse's tail is all done, or the back stitching is all done in one color. So I don't know why they did that. And then there's also back stitching in that color on the one line on the teddy bear's arm, which I also didn't do. I don't know why they messed with the outlining so much. Like I don't know. It looks really confusing. I don't know why they would do it that way. So I just did the colors that made sense to me. Okay. I think I've run out of things to talk about. So what question was I on? 17. Do you get along with your family? Why or why not? For the most part, I get along with all of my family members. There are only 2 that, like, I if I never had to see them again, I wouldn't complain. I'm not going to say who those people are because that would be really terrible, but it's true, so whatever. That's life. Did I skip that question last time? Because I don't remember answering that one, but I remember ugly and live forever or attractive and die in a year. Oh well. If I already answered it, now you know. Or now you know again, I don't know. 19. You discover that your wonderful 1-year-old child is because of a mix-up at the hospital and not yours. That sentence made no sense. I have a 1-year-old child and it's not mine. There was a mix-up at the hospital. Okay. Would you want to exchange the child to correct the mistake? Personally, I wouldn't. Like, blood relations don't mean squat to me. Like, family is family. And it really annoys me that so many people are like, oh yeah, my brother-in-law or, my wife is my, a family member, but this adopted kid, no. What's the difference? Legally binding yourself to someone makes them family. It doesn't have to be because you're married. You can adopt someone. Or, like your aunt can adopt someone and that kid is going to be your family now. Like, I don't understand how some people can be so fickle about family members when it comes to the legal system. Like, family is family, all right? Like, whatever. So, I mean, I would definitely want to get to know the child that, is biologically mine. But after a year, like, you would consider that child yours. Like, I imagine when you first hear it, you'd be like, yeah, you're full of it. Like, this is my kid. Unless the kid obviously looks nothing like you. In which case you'd be like, yeah, you know what, I can see that. But no, not after a year. You would be so attached. And then, at a year old, the kid would already recognize you and know who you are. So, like, trading kids, it just sounds weird. I would be more than happy to let my child's biological parents, see them all the time. And I would definitely, I would want to become friends with those, the parents who are the biological parents of my child. But I don't see myself being able to trade him up just because, oh yeah, you know what? He's not blood related to me. So, that just sounds horrible. I don't know. 20. Would you be willing to lie to a court for a close friend if it meant saving your friend from going to jail for life? If I knew for a fact they were innocent, then I would totally be willing to lie because, like, I mean, I guess in that case it would be like if I knew they were staying at home that day, but I hadn't hung out with them and they needed an alibi. Like, yeah, we hung out, or like we Skyped or something, like I'd be willing to do that. But if I had even like a shred of doubt, no, I wouldn't feel comfortable lying because, I mean, you can never fully know someone 100%. It's just a fact, like, sure, some people aren't very good actors, but a lot of people know how to keep their mouths shut. They know how to keep their opinions to themselves. They know how to, not say every single thing they feel. So, for all I know, that friend really is a serial killer. And if I lie in order for them to get out, like I could potentially cause, or, like be a big part of how other people end up getting killed or something. I like to think I'm not friends with sociopaths, but, whatever. Yeah, and what's it called? Double jeopardy? You can't, convict someone of the same crime twice. Although I guess it could change if the victim changes. But I know. I only could if I was sure. Or if it was something really petty and I was like, no, I don't want my friend. Oh, well, actually, no, it says jail for life. So you're not going to go to jail for life if you, like, stole some CDs or something. Like, for life, I imagine it would be, like, life and death stuff. Yeah, okay. 21. Would you be willing to eat a bowl of crickets for $40,000? Okay, if they're dead, definitely. I would totally do that. I've had bugs. I went to nature camp. We ate bugs after, like, frying them up. We had, like, grass and stuff. Like, I've eaten a bunch of junk like that. If they were alive, I would want to be allowed to kill them first. Just imagining having something alive in my mouth besides like my tongue would just freak me the hell out. And I also wouldn't want a chance that I don't kill them immediately. Like, I hate cockroaches more than anything else in this world, and I always do my best to kill them my first try. I don't like to hesitate. I don't like anything to be in pain. I don't want anything to be tortured. So I'd feel absolutely horrible if if I like swallowed a cricket that was still half alive and it didn't die until it like was digested in this stomach acid. Like I just, even for $40,000, that would just be so horrible. Like, yeah. 22. If you could have anyone locked in a room so that you could torment them for a day, whom would you choose and how would you torment them? I'm not really a vindictive person. The worst I do is like I hate on smokers because they're hurting my life. I mean, like when someone cuts me off or does something really horrible on like the freeway or something, I'm just like, I hope your insurance goes up. I don't say I hope you get into a car accident. Like I hope they have to just pay more money because they're being douchebags. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I dislike someone enough that I would want to put them in a room and just torment them. Because I'm not big on that. I would just rather never see the person again instead of torturing them. I would much prefer to never be around them. That just sounds easier and simpler and just better. So yeah, no. I mean, maybe like a terrorist or like a serial killer, like those kind of people I could see myself tormenting. So, but I can't think of anybody by name. I mean, I could say Hitler, but he's dead, so like that's literally impossible. 23. Do you feel that children should be sheltered from unhappiness? No, I don't think anyone should be sheltered from unhappiness because the second you don't know unhappiness, you can't really appreciate happiness. Like how can you enjoy something if you've never disliked or unenjoyed something? You just, the only way you can feel these positive emotions if you have known the bad ones, which it sucks, but the bad times, those are the reasons why you genuinely really appreciate the good times. So no, I don't feel they should be sheltered from unhappiness. I mean, there are certain things I definitely think kids don't need to be a part of, but unhappiness in general, no. 24. If you could have personally witnessed anything, what would you want to have seen? Oh, shit. Ooh. See, now I'm thinking of a bunch of things, like being able to see the Big Bang would have been freaking spectacular. The beginning of life as we know it would be amazing. And I guarantee you it would be the most freaking beautiful thing I've ever seen. Like, all those colors just, boom. Oh my god. Seeing the first, I don't know, would it be considered, is it a mammal or an amphibian? The first thing that walked on land, like grew legs and walked on land, that would be cool. Seeing a freaking dinosaur in real life would be amazing. Like, oh my god. Ooh. Oh man, that's hard. Ooh. I mean, like, personally, I do believe it is a myth. But if Atlantis were a real thing, I would totally want to see it in its, like, height of awesomeness. Not when it first started, not when it ended, just, like, when it's perfect. Like, that would be so cool. I mean, it says anything. It doesn't say anything real. So a dragon would be awesome. 25. If you could wake up tomorrow in the body of someone else, who would you pick and what would you do? Okay, well, first off, before I even pick a person, I want them to be male, because I totally want to be a dude, at least for a day, because, I'm a girl, like, I totally want to. And if I can't pick a guy, I would totally pick Tessa. Like, I'd love to be a cat for a day, and I'd want to be my cat, so. Oh, but if I have to pick an actual person, hmm. I don't know. I mean, I'd want to be a hot guy because I want to know what it's like to be a hot guy. I don't know. Who would I be? Like, it'd be cool to be like a famous person, but at the same time, like, I wouldn't want it to be somebody that I could like potentially ruin their careers if I like say the wrong thing. So it would have to be like, someone who's not incredibly famous because, oh yeah. And then honestly, I'd probably just stay at home all day. Like I might walk around and just enjoy how sexy my maleness is. But yeah, I wouldn't want to do anything drastic unless like time would rewind afterwards, so like it never actually happened. I wouldn't want to be like a famous person because I know I never forgive myself if I screwed up someone's life just because I wanted to be a dude. 26. If you could be any age for a week, what age would that be? Um, I don't know. For a week? I'd rather just stay the age I am forever, so that'd be nice. Like, uh, no, I don't know. I'm cool how I am. I'm good. And that one's done. Um, 27. What question do you hate to answer? Where are you from? Because I don't have a freaking answer for that. I'm a military brat. Oh, I decided to do a white French knot on the cardinal, so if anybody was wondering what I was doing. 28. If you could only have one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? Okay, so looking at this logically, it would be potatoes, because that's the only food you could actually live off of, because it has all the nutrients and stuff that you need in order to survive. But if it could be anything, and I would still, like live, spaghetti is freaking delicious. So is pizza. So, spaghetti and or pizza? I'd be cool with either. um, 29. Where do you go to get on a computer? Right where I'm sitting right now. On my chair at my desk. 30. How do you start a conversation? I think the majority of conversations I start, at least lately in the last 5 years, was, where did you go to high school? Because, everybody, or like most people around here, are actually not from here. I go to one of the universities that has the highest number of people, from like out of state and of different nationalities. I don't go there anymore, but I did. So sorry. I think I said that wrong. But, it's always really exciting to hear where people went to high school. And the majority of people all went somewhere in the US. So when they're like, where did you go? I'm like, oh, I went to this high school in the US first semester. And then, I moved to Japan and I graduated high school there. And that always gets people talking because, like, no matter how much people don't want to travel, people love to hear about other places, other cultures, places they haven't been to. And most people are interested in Japan because, it's Japan. So, that's a really good conversation starter. 31. What keys on a keyboard do you not use? Caps lock. I don't use Alt very often. I don't turn off my keypad, or my touchpad, sorry, unless I'm cleaning everything off. Or my keyboard, I don't turn off the keyboard. I generally actually don't use the number pad. I tend to use the numbers at the top above the letters. I use 7 and 1 often because those are home and end. But yeah, like 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 2, and 3, I don't really. Oh, no. Sometimes I use 9 and 3 because they're page up and page down. On my keyboard, at least. I can't speak for other people's. I don't use the enter key that is next to the number pad. I use the enter key with my right pinky. Yeah. There are a few other ones, but whatever. 32. If you had a brainwashing machine, who would you use it on? Okay, if it could have been anybody, I'd probably want to use it on like Hitler or Osama bin Laden or some other horrible person. But if I had to use it on somebody current, So does this mean I could use it on a ton of people? Because it doesn't say what person would you use it on. It says who would you use it on. I would love to use it on terrorists and make them like itty bitty babies, like, you know, give them the brains of mush, or just turn them into like happy-go-lucky people that help every single person they come across to the point of like altruism. So yeah, because I can't really see myself like brainwashing a friend. Like that would be horrible. No. 33. You are walking home in the dark. You see something move. What and or who is it? And then in parentheses it says guess. What do you do? I don't know. It's a squirrel and I say hi and keep walking. I just like yeah, that's all I got. It told me to guess, so that's what I guessed. There you go, squirrel. 34. What is the strangest name someone has introduced themselves as to you? What is their real name? All the people I know actually tend to have normal nicknames that make sense, but my best friend has a friend. His name is oh, what is it? Like Alex, I think, but everyone calls him Jimbo, and I was like, what? Like that doesn't make any sense. If your name was Jim or like Dumbo, I would get it, but how do you get Jimbo out of Alex? Like I don't understand. I don't know. 35. Where were you 3 hours ago? Right here. Do you think someone was stalking you? No. I mean, if someone's waiting outside my house, that's really freaking creepy, but, like, we have an alarm system, so have fun with that when the cops haul your ass to jail, because they're here within, like, 2 minutes. So, you know, whatever. 36. Have you ever eaten a crayon or glue, or what strange thing have you eaten? I'm not aware of ever eating like a crayon or glue or anything crazy like that. So, yeah, the weirdest, strangest things I've had was at nature camp where I ate like bugs and grass and stuff. So, you know. 37 is music. I already did that one. 38. What cheers you up? Tessa. She definitely cheers me up. Like, yeah. Music, reading, cross-stitching. It hasn't happened in a while, but there were times when I was like really depressed and crying and I just pulled out some fabric, started stitching, and it made me feel better. So 39. What do you constantly think about that? Either makes you sad or just anything that makes me sad. Thinking about past pets, that makes me sad. Thinking about my uncles makes me sad. Yeah. And we're coming up to the end, so my next question's gonna be 40, I do believe. But these are the ones that finished. Yay! Unfortunately, yet again, that's gonna have to be the end of Christmas Ornaments Day 13. Got these guys done in an hour and 52 minutes. I had wanted to start cross-stitching as soon as I woke up, but my family didn't get home yesterday, so I was like, oh, okay, now they're staying longer. They'll get home sometime today. It's 2:47 and they're still not back. So I don't know if they're staying again or if they're coming home late tonight, but I was baking brownies and that took a while. And then so I started late, but I'm gonna go eat one of those brownies now. Like they have been there long enough, untouched, that I'm allowed to have one at this point. Okay? So, I mean, I ate plenty of the batter because I'm a bad person, but haven't had any brownies yet. So, yeah. Hopefully, tomorrow, I will be able to cross-stitch more than just one frickin' project. Gosh. So, yeah, I really don't like working late. It makes me so tired. So then everything I do is sluggish, and it just... Blah. Okay, so subscribe, share, like, comment, other jazz, and I'll see you in the next video. I just got back from work. Today's Black Friday. I just want to show you guys my battle wounds. I got in a fight with a wreath, and actually several wreaths, and I don't know who won. I don't even know if you can see them with the light in here, but there's a really dark one right there. And there's here. I mean, they look like cat scratches. I mean, I got a scratch there. This one actually bled. It's all of that. I mean, I had rashes up and down my arms because I was carrying them. And I wasn't kidding in that video where I said the woman threw that bag at my face, that if she had thrown that wreath at me, I probably would have bled. Because I would have. Like, can you actually see? Yeah, you can. It's right there. That's a scratch. Right there. It bled. And then I have others, like, they look like cat scratches. Those wreaths kicked my ass. But I found where they went, even though my gun didn't say what aisle things were down, so I just had to figure it out for myself. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed now. It is 11:11.
I got into a fight with some Christmas wreaths today.
I'm totally lost if my battle scars have anything to say. They're not cat scratches.
I'm so lame!